Hi Virgo, how's it going? Happy Friday. It's Friday for me, but whenever you come across this video is when you're supposed to receive the messages. My name is Lynn and I channel messages from Spirit. So I already cleared the energy and pulled 10 cards. This is going to be a love reading. So just take what resonates, leave the rest. If it doesn't resonate with you, it's not meant for you. But always check your sun, moon, rising, Venus signs in case you have messages over there. This is a 10-card Celtic cross spread. I just did it in 2 rows, just easier for me. But this is a Celtic cross love reading, okay? So if any of your cards came out upside down, which they did, it means you're getting extra protection from Spirit, okay? So your first card that came out is the Ten of Swords. And this card represents your current situation, okay? So it's not a great card to get in any area, but especially in love and relationships. If you're in a relationship, it's not a great omen, as it indicates breakups, divorce, separation, bitterness, or severing ties. It relates to a breakup. You'll probably already be aware that the relationship is in serious trouble, and this card is telling you that you need to accept it. This card could also indicate betrayal and infidelity. You're being overly, don't shoot the messenger, because these messages aren't from me, okay? I'm just channeling the messages. This card could indicate that you're being overly dramatic, attention seeking, or playing the victim with your partner. So if this resonates with you, it could be the final nail in the relationship's coffin if you don't stop that behavior. And if you're in an abusive relationship, this card warns you that you are in serious danger. You need to take immediate action to ensure your survival and safety. And if you're single, this card can be an indication that you're still reeling from your last breakup. Even though you know the relationship was unhealthy and had run its course, you were not ready for it to end on some level and are still struggling to come to terms with the finality of the breakup. But Spirit's saying you need to take some time out to heal and to rediscover who you are and what actually makes you happy independently of a relationship, okay? Then what's crossing you or what's challenging you or your situation is the Knight of Wands, or this card could represent what you're celebrating. This card keeps coming out in the love readings a lot. So this Knight of Wands can be male or female in a general reading. Is either you or someone in your life, or it could represent a situation. The Knight of Wands represents being hasty, someone who's adventurous, energetic, charming, warm, exciting, fearless, confident, self-assured, a hero, someone who is rebellious, brave, open-minded, a free spirit, sexy, warm. They could represent a shameless flirt, someone who's hot-tempered, being swept off your feet. It could also represent travel or moving to another country. This card talks about finishing what you started. represents success and someone who takes risks. Okay? So if you're in a relationship, this card can indicate that you're in a relationship with someone who embodies those characteristics that I just said, that represents the Knight of Wands. Or you're displaying some of those characteristics yourself in your love life. You should be excited about your relationship and proactively putting the work in to make it a success. So again, just take what resonates and leave the rest, okay? This card could indicate that you and your partner need to spend more quality time together, as it will deepen your connection. Maybe you and your partner will decide to travel together or immigrate. And if you're single, this card can indicate that you'll meet someone who represents those characteristics that represent the Knight of Wands that I mentioned earlier, or that you're displaying some of those characteristics yourself in your love life, okay? This card is saying that you're feeling confident, self-assured, and free-spirited. And that makes you irresistibly sexy and attractive to potential suitors if you're single. And this card could also indicate that you might meet someone through your work or through travel. Okay, and then your third card represents your current, or the basis of your situation or foundation. And you got the Three of Wands. It came out reversed, so extra protection from Spirit, remember, when it comes out reversed. So your foundation message, if you're in a relationship, this card reversed, it's not a good omen, as it signifies a lack of progress, a lack of growth, or being disappointed with your choices. So your relationship may not be going well when this comes out in a reading. It can also signify feeling like your wings have been clipped. So if you or your partner would like to travel, you may feel that the other is restricting or holding you back. Okay? This card could also represent a failed long-distance relationship. I'm just making a note of that. I think that's important. Not for everyone. This card, and if you're single, this card indicates that you're holding on to the past, or you're being haunted by it. And this is affecting your ability to embrace being single and enjoying the freedom and adventure of it. It could also represent a failed holiday romance, breaking up with a new love you met while traveling, or a failed long-distance relationship. For the singles watching too. Okay? And then your fourth card represents your past, but is relevant to your current situation. And you got the Seven of Swords. So this card represents your past, okay, but is relevant now. And this is a difficult card to get as well. If you're in a relationship, this card can indicate deception, betrayal, lies, and cheating. Maybe this is something from the past, is what Spirit's trying to say. This may be a sign of infidelity in the relationship. But don't jump to any conclusions when this card comes out in a reading, because It can indicate many types of deception, not just cheating. Maybe one of you is not being honest about your feelings, or maybe you're trying to manipulate the other person rather than being honest and upfront about what you want. This card can represent enemies masquerading as friends. So it can signify a third party trying to stir trouble in your relationship. And if you're single, this card says you may meet someone who is deceitful and manipulative, so be careful. Or maybe this is someone from your past. At the same time, it tells you that if you want a genuine, loving relationship, you need to resist the urge to play games with your potential partners and steer clear of people who play games with you. You may be relying on your sharp wit and cunning to stay ahead of the game when it comes to dating, or you may be over-rationalizing your attitude to romance. Game playing may keep your partner interested at the beginning, but at some stage, when you've built up some trust in them, you really just have to drop the act and be yourself and allow yourself to be vulnerable with the other person. Okay? And then your fifth card is the Queen of Pentacles. This card represents your immediate future, what's likely to happen very soon in your life, your immediate future. So the Queen of Pentacles, it can be a male or female in a general reading. It can represent you or someone in your life or a situation. Usually the Queen of Pentacles represents a mature, grounded female, a businesswoman who has a high social status, is a social butterfly, is generous, loyal. She represents prosperity, success, she's financially independent, a homemaker. She enjoys the finer things in life. This is a card of wealth, luxury. Yeah, she's a homemaker. She's down to earth. She's organized. She's sensible, practical, a no-nonsense kind of woman. Very kind, welcoming, nurturing. She could also represent a witch or a healer. She's a wonderful mother. If you're in a relationship, this card indicates that you will be feeling confident and secure in your relationship soon, and deservedly so, as you've worked hard to get to this point. You and your partner should be enjoying the finer things in life, and maybe indulging in a bit of luxury, like a weekend away in a fancy hotel or something. If representing a person in the relationship, this person is kind, confident, generous, practical, loyal, nurturing, welcoming, a charming hostess, a good homemaker. She's the type of woman other women look up to. And if you're single, this card indicates that you can afford to be very selective when choosing a partner. You've put in a lot of effort into reaching this level of success in your life, and you deserve a solid, stable relationship. You should be feeling very confident and capable when this card shows up in your reading. Any partner you choose needs to be on the same level and able to enrich your life. Alternatively, it can indicate that you will meet a woman who embodies the qualities of the Queen of Pentacles. And again, it could represent a man too in a general reading. And then your 6th card represents the outcome that you desire most in your situation, and you got the World card. It came out reversed, so extra protection from Spirit. This is a major arcana card. It's the last major arcana card in the deck. Okay, so with regards to love, if you're in a relationship, this card can indicate that you feel your relationship has become stagnant. It may be that you or your partner have let things slide and you need to put more effort into the relationship and having open and honest communication to get it back on track. However, if you've been putting serious work into your relationship, but it doesn't seem to be getting any better, you may need to consider if this is the right relationship for you. And if you're single, you may feel that your love life has fallen flat. But ask yourself if you've been making enough effort to get out there and meet the right people. Prince or Princess Charming is not just going to knock on your door and sweep you off your feet. You need to get out and meet people. Don't be afraid to put yourself out there. The World reversed can also indicate that you're struggling to move on from a relationship that ended without warning. Maybe a previous partner suddenly cut you off without warning or didn't give you the time you needed to come to terms with the end of the relationship. This really resonates with me, this energy here. Not with me specifically, I just mean the energy. My intuition is telling me this is definitely a message for some Virgos. So yeah, this can be incredibly difficult to deal with as you've not had the opportunity to get closure. Don't wish your life away waiting for them to come back, Spirit's saying. You may never get closure from your previous partner, so you must focus on finding another way to make your peace with what has happened. Ask the universe to help you and your angels and guides as well. Okay? Ask them to help you in this. And keep yourself open to opportunities for healing. You will get through it in time, but it will take a big conscious effort on your part. So put your focus into that, Spirit's saying. And also, if you want, I can help you with that because I have my Master Reiki. You can email me if you like, and I can help you with that. I do Reiki for people all over the world. And then your self-image card, how you see yourself, is the 9 of Cups reversed. So extra protection from Spirit with this message, with this situation. So your self-image card, how you see yourself, this card is about shattered dreams, nightmares, unhappiness, being devastated. It's a card of misery or feeling a lack of fulfillment. It's negativity, pessimism, disappointment, a lack of success, a lack of accomplishments. It's being at a disadvantage, underachieving, unrewarding, low self-esteem. It could also represent addictions, eating disorders, self-hatred, arrogance, and immaturity. If you're in a relationship, this card reversed, it's not a good omen, as it indicates that the relationship is not in a good place and that one or both of you is feeling let down or disappointed with it. To the outside world, it may look like everything is fine, but on the inside, there may be unhappiness and lack of fulfillment. For example, maybe you may have settled for someone who looks great on paper, but you don't truly love and are now regretting it. However, while it can point to deep-seated issues, the Nine of Cups reverse can simply represent the feeling of stagnation within a relationship that sometimes comes after the initial excitement has worn off or the honeymoon stage has ended, the honeymoon period. So you just have to do something to spice it up, okay? Marriage, I've been married for, I think it's like 24 years now. 24, 25 years, I have to do the math, but you have to work on it all the time. It takes effort. The grass is greener where you water it, right? You know that saying? And if you're single, this card reverse can be a sign that you're not in the right emotional or mental state or lack the maturity to make a relationship work at the moment. If you find you've been attracting the wrong type of person, you need to work on building your self-esteem and confidence and finding your own inner contentment before you bring anyone else into the equation. Nobody else, no matter how amazing they are, can make you happy if you have not found contentment within yourself. Okay, and this card can also indicate emotionally unhealthy sexual behavior or sex without love. So, alternatively, this card reversed can indicate that you have gone to the other extreme and that your arrogance or conceitedness could be putting off potential partners. And again, Virgo, that is not from me. I am just channeling the messages, so please don't shoot the messenger, okay? That is not from me. And then your environment card, or how others see you in your situation. You got the Death card, reversed, extra protection from Spirit. This is Scorpio energy, okay? The Death card is represented by Scorpio. This card talks about the inability to move forward, or having a fear of beginnings, or repeating negative patterns. It's a card of dependency, resisting change. So for all of you in a relationship, this card in a love reading is a strong indicator that you're resistant to change in your relationship. Okay, you may be holding on to a relationship that has long since run its course because you feel dependent on your partner or are terrified of loneliness. Okay, that's why Spirit was talking about you need to be content with yourself first, right? You need to no one else can make us happy. We have to make ourselves happy. Or you may be staying with a partner who you no longer love out of a sense of obligation. This card could also indicate that a relationship that you thought was finished long ago could resurface and rekindle. And if you're single, the Death card reversed is a strong indicator that you need to let go of negative behavior patterns in order to bring something positive into your love life, okay? Like, for example, if you've had a tendency to pick bad partners due to low self-esteem, you will need to build your self-confidence and let go of your self-sabotaging behaviors in order to allow a partner in your life who will treat you and love you with respect. Okay? You need to love and respect yourself first. You need to know your self-worth first. Then that's, how you treat yourself is how you show other people to treat you, right? What you think of yourself. If you think you're a 10 in all areas of your life, which you should be, Virgo, okay? You should be thinking you're a 10 out of 10, then you're going to end up with a 10 out of 10. If I was to ask you, I do this all the time to my friends and my sons and their friends and stuff. What do you think of yourself out of 10? Just an overall. Some people say 10. Not a lot though. I would like more people to say 10. The older the people get, the more they say 10, but the younger they are, they seem to say a lower number. And I'm trying to teach them, no, you think of yourself as a 10, because that's what you're going to attract. You think you're a 5-6, you're going to get a 5-6, okay? And some of these people that tell me they think they're a 5-6, I'm just blown away, because from an outsider looking at them, I'm like, wow, they have so much potential and so much going for them. It just breaks my heart that they only think they're a 5 or a 6. So really know your worth, okay? The 10 of Pentacles reversed represents your hopes and fears. And again, extra protection from spirit. So this card represents what you hope for or what you fear the most in your situation. This card is about, so if you're in a relationship, this card reversed could be an indication of instability, insecurity, or divorce. Your relationship may be based on rocky foundations, or you may be neglecting your relationship for materialistic pursuits. Or this card can simply signify that you may be questioning whether your relationship will be stable in the long term. This card also represents domestic disputes or disharmony, and can indicate that you and your partner may be having arguments over money, or finding that financial burdens are putting a strain on your relationship. That's happening a lot, Virgo. Okay, that goes across the board for a lot of people at this time. This card could also signify an unconventional or non-traditional approach to family values or relationships. It could represent marrying for money rather than love. And if you're single, this card reverse can indicate that you're not looking for a long-term relationship, or you may not be ready for a committed relationship. At this point, you just want to have fun. Have a fun, casual relationship. Or it could indicate that a non-traditional or unconventional relationship may be on the horizon. And then your last card is the 8 of Swords. This card represents your future if all is to remain as is. And this card came out upright. This card is about feeling trapped, restricted, backed into a corner, like your hands are tied. It's a card of feeling victimized, feeling paralyzed by fear or terror. It's a card of anxiety, feeling pressure, hopeless, helpless, powerless, silenced, imprisonment, judgment, consequences, having a negative attitude. If you're in a relationship, this card says you may be feeling trapped or confined or backed into a corner in your relationship. You may be feeling like you cannot escape, but that is only your perception. It may not be easy, but you can find a way to leave if you want to. Okay? This card can also signify a relationship in crisis, drama, dilemmas, and negativity, so your relationship may not be in a great place at the moment. And in the extreme negative, it can indicate an abusive relationship, as it represents being victimized and feeling powerless and hopeless. But remember, Virgo, there are organizations that can help if you're in that situation. So, okay, that's serious. Make sure you reach out. It can also represent judgment and consequences. So if there has been any cheating in the relationship, this card sees the betrayal coming to light. And if you're single, this card indicates that you may be waiting for someone to swoop in and right everything that you feel has gone wrong in your life. But again, Spirit wants you to remember that true happiness comes from within. It's not a partner's job to fix your life. And if that's what you're waiting for, you're likely to either put potential partners off as they sense your desperation, or to attract the wrong type of relationship. Okay, so Spirit's repeating themselves, repeating the messages. You need to work on finding inner contentment for yourself. When you find that, then you will be ready to welcome the right kind of partner into your life. Okay, Virgo, so thank you so much for allowing me to channel these messages for you today. I'm sending you lots of love and a big hug. If you got any insight or guidance or confirmation from this reading, if you wouldn't mind please liking it or letting me know, I'd be very grateful. It just really helps me with my readings. And remember, I want you to reach out if you need to, okay? You do have options. Sending you lots of love. Bye, Virgo. See you next time. Take care.